It's The Local Show on News Radio 570 WSYR, a service of Geddes Federal Savings and Loan and Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now, your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to The Local Show, the 2023 Spring Edition. I'm your host, Tom Soccocio Jr., along with my good friend and co-host, Steve Roberts. The Local Show features conversations about local business. We talk to the business owners, the CEOs, the CFOs, the entrepreneurs, nonprofits, business advocates, and other business-friendly organizations. We talk about how they got into business, why they do business right here in Syracuse, New York, and where their businesses might be going in the future. You're going to hear all about their successes, their challenges, opportunities, marketing, and advertising. We're broadcasting from the Zoey Advertising Studios, sponsored by Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts and Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. And we say a hearty, healthy spring morning to Steve Roberts.
Good morning, Tom. You seem over the top happy, and I don't know that I've ever used that term for you. So
Yes.
So what is going on, Tom?
Well, they released me from having jury duty.
Hey!
When I told them, they said, do you understand the legal process? And I said, all of my legal intelligence is from watching My Cousin Vinny and Legally Blonde. And they said, you're dismissed.
Yeah. Well, Lori in her office, I think I told us the most amazing thing. She goes, do you think we're talking about, geez, I hope they don't pick Tom. I don't know. So, all Tom has to do is talk. She's all he has to do, because it's not your thing. Let's be fair.
It isn't. Like I say, My Cousin Vinny. I watch that, and that's where I get my terminology, everything.
You served, Tom. I think you got $40, right?
Yeah, I think they might have given me $40.
Did I still pay you to be there?
I'm not sure.
Okay, I gotta remind me. I'll check that.
We'll have to see.
Congratulations.
It's an arduous process. It really is, and I really think it should be relegated to people who want to do that.
Yeah, that contaminates the crowd a little bit.
Maybe.
I mean, if it's just people that want to do it, they have an agenda.
Yeah.
Like they have nothing important to do. And those people worry me.
It's just tough. It's tough. There were a lot of people there, too. There must have been 300. And then they whittled it down until finally they were like, yeah, you can go. Ooh. And I was like, yay! Because I would have been locked up for a week.
Oh, no.
You wouldn't have had me around. All right.
Okay, there are some benefits.
But I am here, and I feel like a free man. And then I've got some other news for you, too, but I'm not going to talk about it now because I want to start the show.
Absolutely.
All right. Great lineup. Rick Mecomonaco is the owner of Upstate Sewing and Vacuum, and he's going to be up first along with Dr. Nicole Anzalone and Matt Gutchess, who is the promoter of that walleye tournament. You wanted him back right away.
I need more.
Because you can relate to him. Yeah. And Jim Deakins, owner of Crossroads Auction, he's going to be here. John Tamino will be by. He's the co-founder of In My Father's Kitchen. Rick Lester. Now, he's a great guy. I've met him on occasion. Don't know him personally, but I've met him before. He's the CEO of Z-Bart, and that's part of my little story, too. I'll tell you that. And then attorney John Murphy, owner of Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts, and Grant Fletcher is the sales trainer and sales leader at Fleet Feet here in Syracuse. So we're going to talk to all those people today on The Local Show. First, let's talk to Rick, and it's Rick Mecomonaco. Everybody knows.
Is he saying that right?
I want to congratulate you on saying Mecomonaco. You've been practicing that for several days, I'm sure.
You can't even say Steve.
I can't believe it.
Well, when you have a name like Soccocio, it rolls off the tongue sooner or later. Upstate Sewing and Vacuum Center. And how are you, Rick?
I'm very good, and thank you for having me.
Excellent. And I was saying off the air that I remember Upstate Sewing and Vacuum from my old WHEN days, which I believe iHeart still owns WHEN.
Did you used to sew and vacuum in there, Tom?
No, it's he did some stuff with
did some live
Morning Guy Phil Marker.
Yep.
Yeah, he used to sing about you.
He used to sing about everybody.
That's right. No, it's all good stuff. I've been in your store, and I'll tell my little story. But first, tell us how you came to own it and why.
Well, years ago, I was talking to my partner that I joined, her name was Evelyn Malico. I went in to tell her that I was going to open a shop out in the Liverpool area. I was the Eureka salesman, and I covered about 5 counties around Syracuse. And I said, Ev, I want to open a place out in Liverpool. I want to get off the road. And she said, no, you're not. You're going to join me.
Wow.
And, yeah, that was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
So like around early 80s, this is?
Late
70s, early 80s.
Wow.
I've been there about 43 years now. Yeah, I've been there a long time.
And did you ever have like the expression when you met people, you say, hey, I got a job, but it really sucks?
Yeah, a lot of people
Never
say
heard
that.
that.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
But it's been around since 1951, and there's not many businesses that can say that anymore.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
what happens there? Tell us about the business.
Well, we do sales and service of vacuum cleaners and sewing machines, just about any brand, because people call all the time, do you service this, do you service that? We do just about anything. It's been a challenge the last few years, especially after COVID. There's been so many places that have closed up, and they just didn't reopen after COVID. It was a struggle. And we've been mobbed, thank heavens.
Yeah.
We're going 6 days a week. We're trying to keep up with it, but sometimes it's a challenge.
Well, how do the two relate, the sewing machines and vacuum cleaners? How are they together?
I believe it's like in Europe, they do bicycles and vacuum cleaners,
Oh, really?
if you can believe it.
No,
I don't know. I think it's because in the early 50s and 60s and like that, it was the women that did the vacuum cleaning and the sewing machines.
That's
So they
right.
tied the two together.
Are you saying the women don't do those things now?
Sewing machine.
I want to see how much trouble I can get him in right here on the local show.
You're not going to do that to me. I'm a lot smarter than that. But it's definitely more of a challenge now because it's a throwaway society, and you have to be.
Right, disposable stuff. Yeah.
Hopefully, we're still around.
Yes.
Because we try to be honest with the people. You bring in a very inexpensive vacuum cleaner, a lot of them aren't worth fixing.
Yeah, and I think you told me that when I came in. Yeah, I believe it was you.
That you weren't worth fixing?
Yes. He said, we're never going to fix you. Get out of the store. I think I had a cheaper vacuum, like a Shark or something like that. And you're like, it's not even worth, dealing with. But I did have a Kirby, and you guys, I believe, fixed the Kirby or got me parts or something like that. And the Kirbys were like a tank. I remember... Gosh, I can remember the Kirby person coming to the door and my mom buying a Kirby.
They were only sold door to door. They still are.
Back in and this must have been in the late 70s. And my mother had that Kirby all the way up to when she passed away.
Wow.
And that's how long they can last.
Like the Cutco knives. People get those, and there's a legacy that it's attached to them.
But to your point, a lot of these vacuums are disposable, even when you see the ones that can pick up the bowling ball and all that, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of gimmicks out there with the... Like to pick up a bowling ball, you could do it with a straw yourself.
Maybe
there's a lot of gimmicky things out there.
Goodness. So do you sell the vacuums?
Yeah, we sell vacuums and the sewing machines too.
So would it be more advisable for somebody to come to you, and I sincerely mean this, they're going to spend less money in the long run because they're not going to have to buy 4 from Walmart, right?
If you buy something of quality, it's going to last you for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You buy all these inexpensive cleaners, and every year they got to buy a new one. It's less spread over the years. If you buy something of quality, it's going to last. It's going to work better.
So what's the most popular model of vacuum cleaner right now sold that you sell?
Well, we sell the Milos from Germany.
Yes.
And they are built to last for a long time. And the Sebos, same thing from Germany. What we can't sell is the stuff from the big box stores. Because if I sell something and it's only going to last a year, the people are going to walk through the door and throw it at me.
Right.
Because they expect
more
better from us.
Yes.
And companies don't support their products anymore.
So quality stuff, you can fix it. Erie Boulevard, across from where?
Where the old Sam's Club was.
Where the old Sam's, across the street from there.
Yep, we're in between Midler Ave and Thompson Road.
Okay, and upstatevac.com if they want to connect with you
upstatevac.com.
and have questions. And last question, you're open when?
Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, Saturdays, 9 to 1.
Super.
Excellent. We're going to have you on again because we can talk to you a lot longer, too. All right, that's Rick, and get ready for it. It's Mecomonaco right there.
Very good.
Say it over and over.
He's just showing off now.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Rick. You have a wonderful personality, too. Coming up next, we're going to talk with Dr. Nicole Anzalone. She's the owner of Syracuse Hearing Solutions right here on the local show on 570 WSYR.